This is going to be how to set up PseudoTV Live on Kodi. So Kodi is a media player that takes your locally stored TV shows and movies and so on and presents them with a really nice graphical user interface, like so. And PseudoTV Live is a Kodi add-on that takes your locally stored files and simulates live television with those programs. So as you can see, this is the TV guide that I've got set up for myself. And these are the TV channels that I've created and named. The time now is 11:27 a.m. and this blue line represents the time right now. And these are all of the TV programs that are playing live right now. So you can see, for example, that Futurama is almost finished. House of the Dragon has just started. Star Wars Episode 1 looks like it's about halfway through, for example, and so on, so on. Now to play these programs, you just select the program that you're interested in, and you can play program or switch, for example. But for copyright reasons, I'm not going to play any of these programs, but I will show you how to set this up for yourself. Just play program. You can look forward in the guide, for example, also, to see what programs are going to be playing. It looks like this channel only has House of the Dragon in it. But if you come down to some of these other programs, every other program is different. Sometimes it's a little bit samey. It depends on the setup that you've got. Here, this channel has every other program is different. You can also look back in the guide as well to see what programs have already played. And you can also do things like you can set a reminder for a certain program as well. If you're interested in a certain program, you can set a reminder for it, and you can do things like that. So let's get started. Step number 1 is to download and install Kodi itself. So go to your web browser and type in Kodi, and it should be the top hit. So go to the Kodi's main web page, go to download, and if you scroll down a little bit, you've got all of the different versions depending on what system you're on. I'm on a Mac, so I'll select this one, and Apple Silicon. Wait for that to download. Okay, go across to your downloads folder, select the DMG, and it's a simple matter of dragging and dropping to your applications folder. I already had a version of Kodi installed, but I'll just replace here, but you won't have this. Okay, then go to open Kodi. It says Kodi is an application downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Click open. Okay, and this is the Kodi's default user interface that we'll be using. So we'll become most familiar with this interface. Okay, step 2. You've got quite a lot of main menu items on the side here, which is a little bit confusing. So we want to remove a load of these side menus here. So to do this, you go to the cogwheel, go down to interface, select skin at the top here, and then come across to configure skin, and then main menu items. And if you scroll right down, it's a little bit difficult to scroll, but if you scroll right down to the bottom here, you've got all of your main menu items here which you can turn off. So for example, we don't need weather, we don't need games, turn that off. Videos we can turn off, pictures we can turn off, radio we can turn off. And if we just have, we can turn off music videos as well. And I think that will do. So if you go back, is you put the cursor in the top left hand corner here and select, and it goes back. So you go back, and all of our main menu items are much more simple now. We don't need music, so we can actually just come across here and select remove this main menu item, like so. And that just simplifies everything. That's nice and simple now for us. Okay, step number 3 is to download PseudoTV Live. So if you go across to your web browser, open a new tab, and start typing in PseudoTV Live. You're looking for the GitHub repository, which is right here. This is where you can get PseudoTV Live. You can read about it very briefly here. But if you go to the green code button here and download zip, give that a chance to download. Once that's downloaded, come across to your downloads folder, and that will give you a PseudoTV Live master zip. So if you just unzip this, and I recommend moving it to your desktop for easy access, like that. But if you look inside here briefly, we will be needing the zips folder here, which contains the plugin itself, all of the various versions of PseudoTV Live here. We want the latest version, which is 056Q. But before we do that, we need the PseudoTV Live repository, which is version 109 as of this video. Okay, moving on. So step number 4 is to install PseudoTV Live repository and the plugin. So to do that, move across to Kodi, go to the cogwheel icon, add-ons, and we want install from zip file. For security, installation of add-ons of unknown sources is disabled. Go to settings. Unknown sources. Okay, we need to switch this on. Add-ons will be given access to personal data stored on this device by allowing you agree that you are sole responsible for any loss of data, unwanted behavior, or damage of your device. Proceed. Yes, I guess. And then we want to select this one and choose any repositories. Repositories. Okay, so go back. To go back, you go to the top left corner and select. So if you just move across to your desktop for a second and open your plugins folder and your repository folder, if you can remove this repository to your desktop, and then the plugins folder, move the latest version of the plugin, which is 056Q as of this video, move that to your desktop. Now if you move back to Kodi, select the cogwheel, add-ons, install from zip file, and then if you move to desktop, here we go. Now we have our repository and our plugin. First of all, we need to install the repository. So just select this and it's add-on installed. Now if you go by the same method to install the plugin, so go to install from zip file, desktop, plugin sudo 056Q, select this. Now if you go back to the main screen, back to add-ons, oh, it's bugging out on me a little bit. There we go, it's slowly installing. Give it a chance to work. There we go, PseudoTV Live, default device name Kodi detected. Please change your instance name to something unique that will assure proper multi-room functionality. Okay, so hit OK, cancel out of here. Let's give it a new name. Home TV, OK. Notice Kodi's web server is disabled. It's recommended that you... PseudoTV Live. Welcome to PseudoTV Live. No channels found. Would you like to auto-tune sample channels? Select no. Close out of here. These are all of the change logs that you can read through if you want. Close out of here. Welcome to PseudoTV Live. If you're new, please visit our project wiki for help and guides. Thank you for your support. Enjoy. So you can use that QR code if you like. Close. Okay, so this is PseudoTV Live's main settings page. But we've got some things to set up first. We have to set up a new web server, so close out of here. So step number 5 is to set up a new web server. So to do this, go to your cogwheel, services, control panel, and what we need to do is to set, you can keep this port number if you like, if it works, but I'm on a Mac and I found that I use 1234. You can use a different port number if you like, but you just need to make sure that you use a port number that isn't being used by another program. I recommend require authentication. Username, you can change this here, so I'm going to use home TV. Okay, and then I'm going to set a password. Let's try to type that again. Show password. Okay, and allow remote control via HTTP. I think you need to switch this one on. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to switch it on anyway. Anyone who has access to the web interface will be able to completely control this application and therefore this device, so it should never be exposed to the internet. A password should be set below. Proceed. Yes, because we've set a password, so we're okay. Okay, so go back to the main screen. So step 6 is to add some media to Kodi. So before you do this, you need to make sure that you've named your local files correctly. So open up your local files on your computer. I'll choose this one as an example. So you should at least have the title of the program, followed by the start year, followed by the year of the program in brackets, like that. You can have folders that divide all the seasons up if you want, but that's not important. What else is important is that the name of the files, each file themselves, have this system of naming each episode. So season S01, episode E01. So like so. Season 01, episode 2. Season 01, episode 03. Like so. So it needs to have the name of the show, followed by the year in brackets, and each file needs to have S01, E01 kind of system of naming. Everything else is not important. So to make sure that you've got the right show and start year, you can go to the movie, let's try it again, the movie database, and if you come in here and if you type in, what is it, if you type Baywatch, it will give you here, this is the file, the way of naming it. So you can just copy this like so, 1989, and then you can just paste it in here to make sure you've got the right filing, the right naming system. Okay, so to add media to Kodi, what you do is you go to the cogwheel, then media, then videos, then add videos, and when this window opens, click browse, and you need to navigate to where your local files are on your system. So I go to volumes. The name of my volume is drama. Hit OK. And drama, slice of life, and hit OK. Once you've found your local files, then you just hit OK. And you can enter a name of the media source. I'll just call it slice of life. Hit OK. This directory contains TV shows. And you've got a few things you can select here. Select folder. Selected folder contains a single TV show. No. Leave that unselected. Exclude path from library updates. Skip file name matching for external audio tracks. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Choose the information provider. So you can change this if you want. This is the movie database, which we were just checking now. You can also choose from local information only. So I'll just keep it on the movie database. Hit settings. You've got some extra settings you can check here. I think the defaults are pretty good, so just hit OK and hit OK. Do you want to refresh information for all items within this path? Select yes. And you can see it's scanning all the information in now. So you just give that a chance to work and do its thing. It might take a while depending on how large the TV shows or movies are. Okay, so if you go back to the main screen, and if you go to TV shows, and there they are, there all the programs have been scanned in. So step 7 is to set the defaults for all of your PseudoTV channels. So to do this, if you go to your add-ons and double tap on the PseudoTV icon, select settings, then select global, the global tab, and if you scan down, there isn't much information in here. So if you go to the cogwheel here and tap a couple of times to get the expert mode open, and if you scroll down, here we go, scroll down to the parsing. And at the moment, the default sorting method is set to random. So if you change this to episode, let's find episode. There we go, select episode. Whoops. Scroll down again, it's a little bit fiddly. And by default, the interleave set value is set as 1. If you move that to 0, which will essentially switch that feature off. And even show distribution is set as 3. I normally set it to 0. which will turn that off as well. So the sort method should be set to episode, and the interleave set value is set as 0, and even show distribution set as 0. And hit OK. Step 8 will be to create a smart playlist for your content. So to create a smart playlist, go to the cogwheel, media, videos, and here video playlists, and new smart playlist. Select that, and that will open up this dialog box here. We want to set the type to episodes. Give the playlist a name. I'll call mine Slice of Life. Hit OK. Then go to New Rule. And the titles, choose TV show. Contains, hit the browse button. And you select all of the TV shows that you want for your TV channel or for your smart playlist. Mine is Baywatch, Knight Rider, and Quantum Leap. Choose all of those. Hit OK. Then hit OK. Then select the order by and select episodes. Like so. And that's everything. And then just hit OK. Enter new file name, Slice of Life. OK. And that will create your new smart playlist. So if you select this now, you can see what your smart playlist has actually done. It's sequenced each episode, all episode 1, then it moves to episode 2 for each season, for each TV show, then episode 3 for each TV show, and it moves them consecutively like so. Episode 5, episode 6, episode 7. That's how I like to set up my smart playlists. So go back to the main screen. Now finally, in step 9 is to create a new channel for PseudoTV Live. So to do this, you go to PseudoTV Live app, double tap, select settings, and go to the channels tab, and you want the channel manager here. At the moment there are 0 channels set up, so if you select this, select your server, which is home TV. You might have something named slightly differently. And what you need to do, these are all of your empty TV channel slots. So you can choose any one of these that you like. If you prefer to have a TV channel 100, you can choose that. If you prefer to start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, you can do so. It's up to you. So I'll just choose slot number 1 for example's sake. Select this. Then the next thing I do is hit content path here. So I select this one, add a path, video smart playlists. Then choose my smart playlists here, which was Slice of Life. Give it a chance to load in. Save paths. Then content group. By default, it seems to be set as custom, but it's a TV show. So I'll select TV show here and deselect custom. Hit OK. So now it's set to TV shows. And then just hit OK. And there we go. It's a new channel has been created. If you just hit save. Save all channel changes, yes. Now you can see that the channel manager has one new channel added. So it will take, by default, it will take about 15 minutes for the channel to actually be built by IPTV client, simple client. But we can change this in the settings. If you go to IPTV simple settings, and then select your server, which mine is home TV. If you just scroll down a little bit where it says refresh, repeated refresh every 15 minutes by default, you can change this to every 1 minute, which would make it a little bit quicker to work. Select OK, and then close out of there. Now if you go to your TV shows, not TV shows, sorry. Go to the add-ons and then just select PseudoTV Live. You can see that everything is starting to work now. PseudoTV Live 0%. PVR Manager is starting up. You just need to give it a chance to do its thing. And there we go. Looks like it's worked. We've got channel 1, Slice of Life. Starts with Quantum Leap, then Knight Rider, then Baywatch, all season 1, episode 1. Then Knight Rider, episode 2. Quantum Leap, episode 2. Baywatch, episode 2. And so on and so forth. And that's how you set up PseudoTV Live on Kodi. Over and out.